Hi everyone, this is Kapil Mehrotra and I work for NCML as a group CTO. Today I'm going to talk about AI, how AI changed our life. With this note, I'm going to share my presentation with you. How AI is changing the way we work. Artificial intelligence is one of the buzzwords which is very popular nowadays in tech industry, and everybody is crazy about that. Like somehow they are feeling they can be the part of it. But companies like Microsoft, Google, if you talk, they are the early adopter. That is why if I talk about some of the leaders, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Tim Cook, Elon Musk, Jack Ma, Sundar Pichai, and Satya Nadella are keep talking about it. And according to them, AI is the future of next generation, which is very true. If I talk about that, so why they say when they talk about future, it means they have somewhat idea how they can predict the future. And if you can predict your future, so you can basically correct your present. So we do so many mistakes in our life, but the the people who can learn faster and adopt the technology, and they can do the corrective course of action on time, they can basically the leader. That is why Microsoft, Google, and these kind of companies, they are number one because they have adopted early. If we talk about how is AI changing the way we work, so couple of things comes in my mind, and well, uh, this is one of the thing like which I want to share with you, because uh, some of the area where entire world is working on the manpower reduction, because that is directly impacting to the cost of business, wherein AI has opened a new chapter. We are thinking we are going to reduce a lot of manpower. One way it is correct, but other way it is opening the gateway for a lot of opportunity. So AI has opened the new chapter of society of word that people try to understand. I'm really very optimistic. AI is, AI will deliver so many improvements in quality of our life. No doubt AI is transforming the future and will create 2 million new jobs opportunities by 2025. 2 million jobs by 2025. This is one of the prediction. And where other side, what we are saying is productivity. If these jobs will get created, so your productivity will also go up. So there, one of the report talks about 40% of your productivity is going to be improved if we are going to adopt AI technology. And the AI adoption, if I talk about overall, so it's very slow, but people are thinking, and so many products are coming with the capability, built-in capability, so that like we can get the so many benefit of that. Now, another aspect of that, AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. I think it's more profound than electricity or fire. And anytime you work with technology, you need to learn harness the benefit and while minimizing the downside. It. So the the best part of AI is until unless you will not harness your data, you will not basically refine the algorithms, and you cannot basically produce the better results. So you have to have, first of all, think about your uh, algorithms. What exactly are you looking for? The more you experience, you can refine more, because it's not a day one job. You have to have basically work on the algorithm continuously. Otherwise, you cannot basically refine it. One of the popular case study which I want to talk about, which is Google. Uh, Google is focusing on autonomous system, and clearly they have one purpose of autonomous system is self-driving car. Google not yet, actually they were continuously working improve this particular project, but now they are in a state where they can basically launch self uh, manless driven car. If you look at self-driven car, they are going to be safer than people driving cars. Reason is Google has written all possible algorithms and they see this project mother of AI projects. Why they say mother of AI projects? Reason is because they have put in a lot of effort for this project and they are written algorithm at nth level which can basically predict to the any accident, predict to the speed, predict to the anyone is crossing the road, right? That kind of algorithm, that kind of intelligence they have written there. So this was the Google Stream project, which is almost there actually. Now talk about another healthcare AI study, which is very clear actually. Healthcare has a highest need of it, and the best case study what I have seen ever is a healthcare. Reason is because most of the people want to know when they are going to get into the situation where they will caught by medical condition. Yes, what I'm talking, it's very sensible and very meaningful. Reason is everybody is concerned now these days. Everybody wants to know, like, is I'm going to have cancer, cataract, glaucoma, diabetes, retinopathy, all these things. And these things are really possible. Reason is because most of the hospital they have your data, your information, not only yours, a similar kind of problems others may be having it, that data is available in their database, and they have written a very refined algorithm which can basically match the pattern what you have, and they can predict past experience analysis so that you can easily come to know, okay, something is going to be happen with you, or maybe down the line 5 years. Now there are some tests available which can basically read your report and tell you when you are going to have the cancer in your life, as per your vital or parameter what you have. So many providers, they write prescription whenever anybody get into some condition, so they write prescription. And but so many doctors, they are not confident what prescription they have to give to the patient. But with the help of AI, even the predictions are also possible. AI can basically write the prescription for the providers, and which will be more accurate what doctors are writing, and they can basically prescribe you the drugs which will suit to you. That is another angle of it. So this kind of capability AI has, and this kind of capability is our future. Another very good example I like to give it to you, that is coronavirus. We all know about that, and there is a vaccination program going on to develop the vaccine for COVID-19. uh, but everybody was worried about that when it is going to become. And believe me, because of the AI, the cycle of the whole exercise reduced, because now these days we are talking about more data, and every country is sharing their experience and what kind of problem, what kind of patterns they have. With this database, rich database, we are able to achieve and able to do the human trials in some of the stages it's going on. So because of AI, this was made it possible. And believe me, this is a very complex biological system where this rich data is playing very vital role in biology and machine learning language. So this is one of the very recent case study which I am talking for of AI. Moving on, for the Amazon case study. Why Amazon is using AI and machine language? Amazon is not using AI and machine language now. They are using this particular system technology past few years. Reason is very clear, because they are doing the continuous improvement. They are learning and improving. They are learning and improving. The more you learn, you will get the experience. This is what they are trying to do actually. So they are focusing on the customer philosophy, wherein they are clearly focusing on what customer wants. how I can give the better experience to the customer. So if someone is basically hooking on Amazon.com, so immediately he should get to know, okay, what is my interest? That is what is experience they want to give. So product search result, and whenever you are searching anything, so it has to matches with your expected result, what you are expecting. You should not scroll through or you should not navigate. You should get the exact. So the time of spent on that particular search, right, has to be reduced, and it should be relevant. So they do this kind of, uh, 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 this kind of, mechanism to basically minimize the uh, search time, result time, or what product you are looking for. Second thing is better product recommendation. They can find out your interest by different channels, and they can recommend you the better products which exactly you are looking for, or maybe they will help you in searching those products. Another thing is forecasting for the inventory. It's a supply chain. The more you order, they have to maintain the inventory, so they want clear state of that. How much is the basically whole supply chain required uh, inventory. So because if you talk for the inventory required lot of storage space, real estate, and if you don't have backup, you cannot basically fulfill your supply faster. That is why Amazon claiming that like next day delivery or well, next to next day delivery, right? This is possible because they have the bigger storage and they have a bigger inventory cycle. So this is one of the my favorite case study. Another last case study which I want to talk about, Microsoft. Microsoft is fully functioning over an AI, by the way, and the focus area of the Microsoft is very clear: to develop new products which are in demand. And how they get to know, so they get to know they have a very specific target audience wherein they hook up and they basically come to know what product they have to develop and what products they are in the demand. Let's take an example of a new game, video games. So Microsoft uh, keep upgrading, keep launching too many video games, and this is one of the area where they are basically putting a lot of AI intelligence, and by that they are figuring out what kids are looking for, and accordingly they basically creating interesting games for mental health improvement of kids, or maybe funny or entertaining games what exactly kids are looking for. Similarly, if you talk for Azure Cognitive Services, Azure is completely having the back end of AI. It is very tightly coupled with that. Whatever database you are having on Azure platform, everything can be exposed with the help of AI. Everything, all kind of possible analysis you can do. And I myself did couple of AI based cognitive services, and they were amazing. I mean, you being a CTO, CIO of the organization, you can walk to the business and talk in a length, like you can help being a IT to improve the business. You can share your ideas with them with the help of this data. Speech or image recognition is another area where they are working hard. I mean, image recognition is not only just to basically OCR transformation or digitization sector. They're taking this to the healthcare and other areas as well. And speech recognition is another one. So many things, because just imagine you have a attempt to read something and you want to hear something, so there are so many texts or emails are coming important while driving. You cannot read those. So such kind of functionality they have given built in there, and most of the like aggregators like Microsoft, Oracle, and you talk for Google, everybody is basically in that space. And the advantage of that is like if you are not able to read anything immediately, put that particular text on a speech mode and you can hear. So there they are coming with a very innovative products, multiple collaborated innovative digital platforms. What does it mean? Most of the products what Microsoft has, they all are having AI built in, and Microsoft has a layer on the top of it, that's a BI layer, business intelligence layer. So all the product himself can collaborate, and not only Microsoft product can be collaborated to other products as well, because they have a capability. Another side Microsoft is very closely working on, that is cyber security. So it's a fully AI driven. So they what they have done is like they have created a lot of algorithm which can basically thread the hunt the threats, and they kill the threats as well. Not only hunt, kill by kill chain. Kill chain is a term which generally we use in the cybersecurity to predict and kill. Predict and kill. It means you must be having lot of algos running which can tell you may be going to be compromised because somebody scanned your system, or some ports are vulnerable, some IPs are vulnerable. So you have to predict it. And not only that, they hunt, they kill. I will take another example which really gives you more perspective. If you compare human speech recognition with the computer speech recognition, the computer is much better. Reason is much accurate. That's why Microsoft moving towards AI. So this is what is Microsoft's AI journey. And now I'm going to talk more about hyper personalization. This word is very popular now these days. Hyper personalization and AI driven business app. What does it mean? It allows organization to know their customer better, but also provide the customer more flexibility in the products and services they can acquire. As an example, just imagine, let's say, an organization has presence in a social media and salesperson targeting to a campaign. There, they can basically leverage social media in internet data, past data, and they can basically target to the audience. So this is the way, like they are basically getting a lot of benefits. Sales guys are getting a lot of benefits. Earlier, they were working very closely. They were working on Excel. They were churning around all those Excel, and then they are what they were talking about. Okay, uh, I got a, let's say, 1 million data, and then how many people are basically close by? What is the age of that? Right? They are going little deeper, and then they are basically running that campaign, right? And they were wasting a lot of time. Here, everything is one click away. What? Because we have already data available. We have written an algorithm which will fix the data according to that parameter, what exactly you are looking for, and they will be the part of that campaign. That is called hyper personalization, because I have a mass of data where I'm going nth level and I'm cutting the layer what exactly I'm looking for, and I'm targeting to that audience. So this is what is hyper personalization. And now if I talk for applications, what applications are around us? So there are a lot of applications. Most of the application, if you go to the Google Play Store or iOS, so you will find a lot of application, and they are very interesting application. And but before that, I like to quote you. Everybody has mobile in hand, and if they want to basically see the power of AI, so the gallery, your photo gallery is one of the best example. I will talk about that. So every mobile camera has a AI based. Now these days, past 1 year, whatever product is coming in the market, they have this feature. You go to the gallery, explore, go to the gallery and explore. Click on explore and click on a person. Right? Let's say you are looking for Kapil Mehrotra. So you select Kapil Mehrotra picture. The moment you select the Kapil Mehrotra picture, all the Kapil Mehrotra pictures will come in front of you, what was available in your mobile. I repeat again, all the pictures will come there, which were belongs to Kapil Mehrotra. Right? It's very simple. How these photographs got tagged? Because there was an AI was written, the moment you have selected the image, right? Image got transfused and the parameter passed to the AI engine back in the engine, and that engine basically immediately matches the pattern and given the result to you. This is the way the AI works. I talk for another example, the English teacher. So it's a very, there are a lot of applications are there, but this Parallel is one of the very good application I found. Other application is Duolingo. If you don't know, let's say Russian, you don't know Chinese or whatever, so download this application, just write it or talk in the language, natural language, what you speak, right? And this bot will convert into the natural language, what you exactly looking for. And the accuracy of this particular application is 1995%. Lisa is a smartphone assistant. This is very popular. Best liked photos on Instagram. If you are looking for, let's say you have 1,000 of pictures you have posted on Instagram, and you want to find out, okay, which was my best picture, who got the maximum likes and all. This kind of, instantly you will get the result. Tetra is one of the best application I can say, because it records a call, and in case let's say you want call recording with the transcript, it will be instantly transcript. And let's say in a month you got a 200 calls and you suddenly record, okay, like you are looking for this particular recording, just voice, just on the switch and voice the text what you are looking for, and immediately you will get the exact recording. So voice recognition is there. And another good part is, like, it will transcript your the whole conversation in English, Hindi, whatever language you are looking for. Oliva and Clarity, these money management applications are there. Aura is one of the very good application what I found. Mindfulness and meditation. Ada is healthcare advisor. So I'm impressed by these applications. So share few business application. They are basically changed the the way we are thinking. Let's talk about how leadership is looking this change. So organizations have an opportunity to use enterprise analytics to drive digital transformation. Most of the companies are talking about digital transformation, and they are carrying whole lot of bunch backlog. But whenever we talk for the digital transformation, you need some kind of uh, projection in your mind. What exactly are you looking for? So if you're talking about digital transformation, or you're talking about customer experience, or you're talking about both digital transformation or customer experience, or new customer acquisition as well. So you should be very specific. Accordingly, you have to design your system and strategy. So, but I would say, before digital transformation, if you talk for digital transformation or customer experience or maybe acquisition, you have to have the right strategy in place. Because if you don't have the right strategy, your digital transformation customer experience will never works. Every time that will fail, even by after putting the uh, huge effort. To accomplish this data and analytics, leaders must create a data-driven culture focused on delivering business outcomes. This is a guru mantra. So, like, people have to basically build a culture. Everything has to be recorded first in the system. If it is not recorded, it's in a paper, if it's verbal, you cannot basically refine your system. You cannot basically run the right predictive analysis. Everything has to be digitized first, and digitize right in time. That is most important. If it is coming, let's say you are working on, let's say, uh, companies net promoter feedbacks. If it is not coming on time, then definitely that feedback will not add the value when you are running the uh, exercise, right? So it has to has right in time. Another important area, tax audit. So now these days in India, everybody knows about the GST, e-invoicing, and the stuff. So like everything is a part of now the AI. So your text, audit, compliances, functions, everything is super tagged with the AI, and it will tell you when is the next date is due and how much you are compliant, what is not working for you, this kind of, and with the help of that, like supplier contract terms and match them to goods and service delivered. Getting it? So the it's a whole chain, whole blockchain they have developed through the AI, which can tell you the exact delivered service delivered to the supplier. Another thing is, another primary area is the RPA function, which is very important for the finance, where they can automate your invoicing, voucher, general ledger, everything can be automated with this robotic process automation, and AI plays a very important role. So with all these things, not only this, there's a few of the example which I have taken, and leadership basically take a decision what is the next course of action is required. So this is my last slide, where I'm talking about cybersecurity, AI in cybersecurity. There are a lot of companies that develop cybersecurity application by using artificial intelligence, and they're talking and they're claiming post and pre-detection of cyber threats. The companies that started early focus on this domain started version more in very short time. Here are few examples. So in a inception, in the beginning, like I quoted that if you are early adopter, you will be the number one. It's like a Uber concept. It's like a Amazon concept. Similarly, AI in cybersecurity area is another big space, and where a lot of companies working on, they are focusing on, they are talking about, but there are only few companies successfully implemented. Reason is because whenever you are implementing, let's say I'm an organization, I'm taking a product, right? Product can tell me, okay, what all the external threats are available, but what all the internal threats are available. There you have to build your data, you have to build your algorithm. Until unless you not build it, you cannot get the result. So you feel always, I have taken the best product, but still that is no use. Why? Because you have not written the algorithm. So it's a science which you have to write it. uh, so one of the company which I like to highlight, Dark Trace. Dark Trace is one of the big company. They were early implementation. They did the early implementation in their product actually, and what they do actually, they test the anomalies. They test the anomalies and they tell you, okay, this is what is the network issue we have noticed, and they can alert you on time with the help of machine learning. Over the period, they have written a lot of algorithms, and they have created a right set of data structure in the system with that capability, and they are leading in the world. Clients, the company that was founded in 2012, developed a product to prevent advanced level of cyber threat. The company is worth now 1 billion. So with this, these are the startups, and they have basically implemented. I'm not talking about the very big names. I'm talking about the early startups, and they did the miracle with the use of the AI. With this note, like I will say thank you very much, and happy use of AI.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.